A man, Christian Cooper, no relation, was in the park at the same time. He works in communications. He's a graduate of Harvard. This weekend, he was bird watching in the park. They had an encounter. A portion of it was filmed by Mr. Cooper. Now, this is a 1-minute, 9-second video. It has been viewed some 30 million times and counting. It brings to the fore real issues of race, criminal justice, social media, the world we live in, and especially bias. This is bigger than a dog walk or an afternoon of bird watching.
Man threatening my life. Please stop. Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking pictures and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
So let's start with the obvious. Maybe you reacted the same way. The moment she said African American, she was in trouble. By today's standards, you don't do that. And what does that have to do with anything here? It shouldn't have anything to do with anything. And also, we haven't heard him threaten her life, threaten her at all. But there is more to this story, and we will get to that. First, what happens next?
I'm in the ramble, and there is a man, African American, he has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog. There is an African American man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog.
Again, referring to him as an African American, not supposed to do that these days. Also, the dog doesn't seem very comfortable at that moment. There's more.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately. I'm in Central Park in the ramble. I don't know.
Thank you.
Just hours after this was posted, Amy Cooper's employer, Franklin Templeton, they suspended her. She deleted all of her social media accounts. She abjectly apologized. They took her dog away. She's been canceled, her life ruined. But what about what we can't see on that video? Isn't it possible she was threatened off camera? Maybe that's what made her upset. You'll notice this video starts mid-argument. It's not from the beginning to the end. Now, fortunately, Christian, the bird watcher who made the video, he posted what he said is a transcript of the back and forth between them. This is what happened, according to him, before he started recording. Me, ma'am, dogs in the ramble have to be on the leash at all times. The sign is right there. Her, the dog runs are closed. He needs his exercise. Me, all you have to do is take him to the other side of the drive, outside the ramble, and you can let him run off leash all you want. Her, it's too dangerous. Me, look, if you're going to do what you want, I'm going to do what I want, but you're not going to like it. Her, what's that? Me, to the dog. Come here, puppy. Her, he won't come to you. Me, we'll see about that. He then writes that he offers the dog biscuits. He does that for any kind of intransigence he sees from dog walkers in the park. He's done it before. A critical part of this story is in that transcript and has been ignored by the New York Times, the Washington Post, and a lot of other people. Right off the guy's Facebook page, again, let's put it up. Me, look, if you're going to do what you want, I'm going to do what I want, but you're not going to like it. Her, what's that? Me, to the dog. Come here, puppy. Now, is that a threat? Does she think it was a threat? Legally, I don't know, but it's definitely creepy. He lures the dog over and says something she won't like is about to happen. I love dogs, but in New York, you ask for permission before you pet someone else's dog. Oh, and on social media, they keep referring to the dog walker as a Karen. Her inner Karen has emerged. Now, that got me thinking, who's Karen? Or what is Karen? Is her name Karen? No, it's something else. Karen is a mocking slang term for an entitled, obnoxious, middle-aged white woman. A lot of people know about this. This is news to me. In other words, it's a racial slur. It's one used against the dog walker by the guy who filmed her. A Karen is not only white, but has white privilege, and that's bad these days. It's being denounced and called out, often by white privileged reporters at places like the New York Times and the Washington Post. Just like in the Cultural Revolution, they denounce others so that they remain safe. And it's kind of ironic here. The woman who's been branded a racist did not actually use a racial epithet, but those pointing the finger at her, they are using hurtful, racist labels. Now, Mr. Cooper, who videoed this, is framing all of this in seismic terms. He told the Washington Post and others that, "I don't think there's an African-American person in America who hasn't experienced something like this at some point. I don't shy away from confronting the scofflaw lawbreaker when I see it. I'm not going to participate in my own dehumanization," he writes. And he also said, "We live in an age of Ahmaud Arbery, where, black men are shot, gunned down because of the presumptions that people make." All right, that sounds very noble, but Mr. Cooper, he tried to feed a stranger's dog as some sort of punishment. He confronts lawbreakers when he sees it, he decides, promising a stranger, a woman especially, alone in the park, that you're going to do something, and they're not going to like it. Whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, a statement like that is trouble. But for now, the social media mob has chosen the winner and the loser. This afternoon, Franklin Templeton, Amy Cooper's employer, fired her. It was less than 24 hours after the video was posted. Now, many people tonight are taking great satisfaction in that. I'd recommend that they reevaluate. Before anyone jumps on the next cyberbullying bandwagon, take a moment, because the next time the mob may come for you.